Like cleaned up quite nice actually. Huh. Hey, what's up, Think? Trying to finish up these um, assault intercessors. I'm right at the finish line. I could see it, but it's still so far away. Let's see what happens in Antarctica. I want to see if there's Wait, what is this? Like a phenomenon or something? I'm supposed to go live in a minute. It's kind of strange. I figured there would be, like, unless the tilt of the axis is further or something, you know, it should always be the same as it was in the previous millions of years. This can't be the first time in history, but maybe first time being witnessed by humans, perhaps. Right? If this is the first time in, like, world history, holy crap. They got fake footage on them. So who's doing the experiment though, or who's doing the, I guess, the videoing? Oh yeah, but the tilt, the tilt of the Earth would put, I guess, I don't know. I guess Alaska's a pretty good indication where they have a lot of days of sun and a lot of days of night because of the tilt of the Earth. I figured it'd be about the same, but then again, I don't know. No. Are they trying to stream it on YouTube? I might want to check it out. You know, um, it's kind of I'd say it's gonna be harder and harder to believe even video. Well, one, you saw the green screen stuff, but now with AI and how ridiculously good it is, it's gonna be kind of difficult sometimes to tell it apart. I mean, it's a field trip. Like how many people can say they went to Antarctica? How many people can claim that title? Like personally or through YouTube? How do you go from just a dude on Discord and detailing cars to, what is he doing now? Was he ever on YouTube? Is Rumble the one that you have to kind of pay for to be able to watch stuff on? Huh. So they started streaming it? Well, I mean, I understand why YouTube did it. I mean, if advertisers aren't going to advertise on your platform, you can't make money. And well, if you can't make money, then you're just hemorrhaging money. So they're trying to make it advertiser friendly. There's a lot more to it. There's a lot more to it for sure. I mean, it's the YouTube's you could say censorship is very. There's a lot of things from what I remember. Yeah. There's a lot more to it, but I mean, overall, obviously, YouTube wants to get advertisers because that's how they make their money. So it comes down to that, and of course, not doing anything illegal because YouTube is liable unless they are considered to be not a is it publishing or I can't remember what the legal terminologies are, man. But yeah. Oh, a platform or publishing. That's right. No, it was about them. Oh man, I just realized there's still so much more to paint on these guys than I originally thought. Yeah, I'd be kind of curious about that. Just up. Is this like early for you, Adam? I mean, it is for me for sure. And this thing is so long that it's bumping into like my light stand. Right now I'm just trying to finish up my my assault intercessors because I do play them. I mean, these are not technically official assault intercessors, mind you. These are converted assault intercessors from I have no idea what. Hellblasters maybe or Infernus. Now that they made Infernus great, I'm like crap. Now I kind of want Infernus Marines because they actually look pretty dang good. Hey, what's up, Troy? Let's see. To paint this BS. Let's do this. They woke up. Oh, well, they have internet over there. They might be playing video games. Think. What do you think, man? What else you gonna do in Antarctica? You're not gonna go to no club or a pub or anything like that. That is kind of funny though. Playing video games. Who says who played video games in Antarctica? Nothing but a sword on a game. You use it to little pun. Oh shit. Jesus. I don't know. I don't know what this is gonna change. I don't see what the big deal is. It's just cool to know if it's true or not. But I'm sure there's scientists in Antarctica. I believe they're stationed down there. So I don't see why it's not. It wouldn't be been something that's known or something that scientists will keep track about. Seems kind of odd that you have to get. I don't know if they're scientists or not, but to have just random people do it. Just a rare. Hey, look, look. The only thing you can honestly trust, generally speaking, is your own eyes. So if you don't go up there, man, I don't know. But even then, our eyes lies to us all the time. But much like a lot of things in life, man, you have to determine whether to believe in something or not based on how it affects you. That's how I determine things. Like if they say that, there is a 24-hour sun in Antarctica, sure. I mean, it seems plausible. Do I believe it? I mean, maybe. I'm not going to sit there and say absolutely. But again, doesn't really, it's not going to affect my life. Don't get me wrong, like once in a lifetime type of things, it's pretty cool. I mean, I'm not there to experience it, so like, I'm just going to get secondhand. At that point, I'm also just watch it recorded 10 years later. It's like, oh, I was alive during that time. 10 years later now, there's no difference. I'm watching it secondhand either way. Now, if I was there, obviously I'd want to watch that because I made myself go there, so I'm going to watch that dang thing. So, all how you choose to live your life. Mention it to a son and he goes up to us. Yeah, but it's like something that you could also, hopefully, it will never come off the internet. That you can also let him watch whenever he's older or whatever. Watch together. It's like I remember I was, I was up talking to this random person painting Ultramarines when this event happened. Don't know why I remember the Ultramarines part, but kind of find a little bit later. The only thing you ever remember about this day was me painting my Ultramarine shoulder pads gold. There was something else important that happened. I just don't remember what it is. Oh well, it must not have been important. Man, I have terrible memory. So they still haven't started the stream yet. But who's saying all this? Is this like on a YouTube channel streaming it or like a chat somewhere? Like who's saying that they have or haven't woken up? I guess that's the question. I don't know how much Ultramar's gonna help you out there, but I'm with you on that one. Courage and honor. I was hoping to get the ice painted maybe today as well. Oops. Time to paint the eyes. Where's my light? Red. Whoops. Why would you feel bad using Vallejo primers? Vallejo? Huh. Kind of strange from a lot of the well, let's say popular, a lot of the people that I watch that has like painting channels for 40K. They say Vallejo is one of the better of the paints. You know, what's up, James? Talking about stuff here. Oh yeah, sure can. I mean, I will say this though, Adam. Adam, remind me of who you are. I think your name sounded familiar at one point. I don't know. The army more than likely will remind me of who you are. But in terms of Infinity, so it's going to be a little bit difficult just because if do you know if you're familiar with 40K? I don't remember. I haven't seen your name too often. I might have seen your name though. So if you're familiar with 40K, then you could kind of say that the fourth edition of Infinity is old now, and fifth edition is about to be released. And I'm not sure about the rules on fifth edition because they haven't officially released them yet. It's supposed to have been released like last month, then it's supposed to be released like this month. Now, uh, Magnus did no wrong. Ah, okay, cool, cool, cool. All right. Now I do remember you. I got you and Think confused a minute there because I think Think was going like Dark Angels, new to Dark Angels if I remember correctly, but I'm not too sure anymore. My bad, my terrible memory. So, anyways, so Infinity is going to be kind of a little bit rough because again, a lot of the things that I know are from the fourth edition, you could say, or N4 as they call it, and the new edition is called N5, which changes a lot of the rules, make it simplified it a bit. So it's I can't really tell you too much. Sorry to say, but uh, about the Infinity figures though. Hold on, let me give myself a drink. Yeah, the people that I play with, they're not playing Infinity anymore because they're waiting for N5. And based on the the YouTube channel 40K in 40 minutes, I believe I forgot their channel name, Tabletop something. Hold on, let me pull them up. Let's see, 40K in 40 minutes. What are they called? Play on Tabletop. Okay, that's them. Yeah. So they actually played a small game of Infinity of the new N5 rules. So you kind of get a little bit of hint of the rules there. So I can tell you, like for example, if you have these guys. So for example, so you have this guy, which is a big tag, another guy over here. So again, you remember they have little facing notches right there. You can see that one. So it points to the front. That's the front, and that's the other one. Anything behind that line, so essentially his behind, he can't see. So for example, if this guy goes from here to over here, these two can shoot at him because they can see him at any point between these 2 points here. And if he's touching if his base is physically touching the cover, he gets cover. But what most people will do is say, I'm going to wait until it comes completely out of cover and then shoot him. And then he can make his way all the way back over here into cover. Yeah, to that cover. And what this guy can do is he has in a sense, two short actions. He can move and then dodge, or move and shoot. and if he moves and shoot, he can get his full number of attacks. But these guys are reacting, so they only get, generally speaking, one attack or one action. This guy can dodge, this guy can shoot, this guy can dodge. You know, you have reaction, you have limited reaction skill. You can shoot, dodge, do hacks, do certain things. There's a list for it. So if, for example, this guy moves and has enough and doesn't have to move again, he can shoot. And that means he'll, and these guys will say, oh, sorry, let me start all over. So he moves first. That's his first action. These guys, because they can see him, he asks the opponent, what is your ARO, or attack reaction something? I forgot what it's called. He'll say, this guy will shoot and this guy will shoot when you're out of cover. Okay, and he'll say, okay, my second reaction to that is I will dodge. So essentially, these two will roll to see if they hit him, and this guy will try to dodge to see if he can roll past their attacks. Or he can shoot back at both of them. That means if his rolls are better than theirs, he will hit both of them and they will both miss him. So it's pretty nice because even when it's not your turn, you have things to do as long as your characters are able to see the opponent. And if, for example, if this character is like this and this character is like that, they're both facing this way and can't see him, he can move back and forth all he wants without triggering an ARO. You're playing XCOM. Yes, actually, yes. It is very much like XCOM. Though I'll say this though, the one difference is about this and XCOM is the fact that, let's say I have 10 models and you have 10 models here. And it's my turn. I could say I'll move and I'll shoot. And the opponent says, okay, I'll shoot back because they want to kill each other. And we shoot, nothing happens, right? He successfully beat my shots, but my armor took it, no problem. I can say, okay, that's one action. I have 9 more. I'll shoot again. And then we shoot off again. Whatever happens, happens. That's 2 actions. I'll say, okay, I'll shoot again. 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 You know, you can use all 10 actions on one model. And you can keep shooting the guy if you want him dead. Or you could do, you do 8 actions on this one guy and then the last 2 on this guy to get him into position. So that is the difference though between XCOM and this. XCOM, you only move like one person has 2 actions, I believe, a move and a shoot, or move and move. While these guys, it's the number of actions you have. So there are some characters that have like irregular orders, meaning that it's orders for them only, and they can not only use 10 orders, but they can use an 11 order for themselves. And there are some, what do you call it, lieutenants that can convert their lieutenant orders to regular orders, or use lieutenant orders on themselves. It's, again, there's many different kinds of orders that you can use. But yeah, so it's pretty neat in that sense, but it can be a bit weird sometimes. So I think that's one thing that they're not going to change is the order part. So you can almost guarantee that's going to be the same. But how you hit, how you defend and all that's going to change a little bit. So the way it works is, I don't have a D20 on me, but you roll your D20, and what you want to roll is the lowest highest number. So what that means is you don't want to roll high because you can miss. There's a certain well, hold on. Actually, that might change now. Again, I don't know what the new rules are in terms of hitting and stuff. That's the reason why I can't really say too much about the rules. They've changed it. I'm trying to think. It's been a minute since I played too, but yeah, I can't quite remember. But again, the old rules are not going to matter anymore. The best thing to do is to look up that game from tabletop, or play on tabletop, should I say. They have some of the rules there, and they'll explain some of the things, but they haven't released the full rules yet. So yeah, I can't. Sorry, I really can't say too much, but you have the idea of how things are played. And I guess you could say that in terms of models, like they're kind of what do you say, model friendly or proxy friendly, because this model right here, for example, actually looks really cool. Anyways, um, sometimes there's only a single model for a unit, right? And he's only equipped this way for that physical model. But in terms of what he can be equipped with in the game, there could be many different equipment. He could have, instead of whatever this is, like maybe a shotgun, it could be a heavy machine gun, or it could be a rocket launcher. And you could proxy, as in say, this guy will have the heavy machine gun or the rocket launcher instead of this. Again, it's because of the limited range of models that they have. It's not like, 40K where they have almost every printed model out there. So if you want a rocket launcher guy, there is a model with a rocket launcher. While these guys just have like, some models have more than one model, that you can buy. Some are just, this is the only model that you have for that particular unit. And he doesn't have the rocket launcher, but he has the shotgun instead. But you can run him with the rocket launcher, because there's no models with the rocket launcher for this particular model. If that makes any sense. And all those models are pewter, except for one of them. Yes, except for one. It does what? I'm not exactly sure what you mean by it does. Yeah, sorry. Ah, I see. Okay. Some of the models really look really cool. Although I did some 3D printing of my own, which don't have the actual painted models here at home. But like, here's a 3D printed model that I really like. Looks really cool. I mean, there's other models like this that I painted, and I just did this guy's for testing purposes. So he's not fully painted, but he's painted somewhat. I like kind of like this guy actually. Looks kind of cool. He's my ninja that I've actually played with. So yeah, it's pretty a pretty stylish guy. So yeah, I mean, it's I don't know. I play a lot of games, I suppose. I do like 40K overall, though, for sure. But I can't wait to see what they do with N5 to see if I like it better. It is fun for sure. But the cool thing, I guess you could say, about that particular type game is the fact that you only need. I don't know if there's still a limitation in the new edition, but what I heard for fourth edition is that the limited number of models you can have is 15, meaning 10 in one squad, and 5 in another squad. And what that means is that if you have 10 in one squad and 5 on another, this guy can activate this individual guy with his other squad mates. He can activate 10 times by himself, or you can do, one each, or this guy can activate 2 or 3 or 4, anywhere from 0 to 10 times. Whereas this guy, because he's in squad 2, he can activate from 0 to 5 times because he only has 5 orders in his squad, while this one has 10. But you have ways of getting a little bit more activations on a particular squad. And I guess kind of another thing here is that in order to get cover, say this is cover, your base has to touch it like that. Can't be like this, has to be like that. And your facing matters, mind you, right? So the reason why facing matters so you can see where your characters can see. They don't have, they don't have eyes behind their back, so they have to face it the proper direction. But then you have an asshole like this. That's his front right there. That's his front. And look at that sword. Let me get into cover. Like it doesn't make sense, right? I want to face this way, but also touch the cover so I can get a carver save. So what you end up saying is like, hey, because of the long sword he's got, I'm gonna turn him exactly. He's gonna be exactly 180 degrees of his facing, so you can see that where that cutoff point is right there. It'll be 180 degrees, so it'll be facing this way as opposed to that way. You have such awesome models that has like stance, but that sword and guns and legs that stick past the base kind of makes it difficult. But I mean, again, you play based on intent. What else? And technically speaking, actually, in this game they have things called silhouettes, infinity. So that is a silhouette. This is considered to be a silhouette 2 model. So a silhouette 2 model actually has this shape. So this is the exact shape of that model. So if you want to see if you can see the model based on, it's standing or whatever, you place this in its place and then you try to look at it. See if you can see any part of that, the bottom, the top, or the sides. It's a cylinder, but obviously you can turn this to face any way you want to have that cylinder shape. So, like some models like are ducking or maybe too high up. Like, let me see if I have one here. Here we go. So this guy is a silhouette 2 model. This is his actual, how much space he takes. So he's technically taller than his actual model because this is his silhouette right here. So if you put him down and some guy's trying to look at him, you would have to kind of remove this model, put this in place, and then say, can I see him? It's like, yes, I can see the top of, I can see the white or whatever. This is a 3D printed this. They actually have their own, but I like my 3D. I didn't want to pay for it. I'd rather make my own. So, yeah. So that's another thing that you have to kind of consider is because silhouette size. So I say they have a lot of cool looking models. I definitely want to start painting them soon, but I like playing 40K too. So yeah, I play 40K, play Marvel Crisis Protocol, I play Infinity, I play Underworlds. I played Fantasy. I still have my Fantasy models, which I do want to paint too. But no one had, the Beastman is not here, so I might actually be playing Kill Team, which actually, again, I keep forgetting to, in a sense, scrap my Beastman Kill Team paint and repaint them. Paint them the way I want to paint them so that I can use them for about 40K and Fantasy. Well, anyways, I'll call it right here. You got work. You got to go to sleep. Got to try not to sleep at work. So if you like my content, please consider subscribing. I try to paint every day around 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Try to stream for at least an hour. I'm getting closer and closer to getting this guys done. There's got a lot of touch-up work that I got to do, and then varnish and base these guys, and then I'll be done with them. Same thing with my Dreadnought. I got to do a lot of touch-up works, repaint certain surfaces to really bring out that blue, to solidify it. And I need to get my impulsors finished because I may be using those, I may not, but I still need them. So anyways, if you like my content again, please consider subscribing, thumbs up, the sound down below. Thanks for watching. I'll